and welcome to this project where we build a podcast generator. Perfect. And here, let's click on create, and then this window, beautiful. And so we can now go to podcast generator. Here we are going to create folders. First, the source folder src, and the other one is tests. Awesome. Now we can see the two folders are there. Beautiful. And so we can actually go to, I have a skeleton project. So we try to just copy paste them. I have to copy paste manually. Okay, so let's add them. Beautiful. And here, as you can see, I have the circuit ignore. I will add actually also the maybe a comment for for the iOS DS store. Perfect. Vendor env I don't need because I don't have any env file. PHP unit XML, well, that looks good. I don't have to change anything here. In src I will create a folder, a file. Maybe actually a folder. So let's do it, and it will be podcast. Yes, I think that's fair. That sounds good. And there, generator, that's for the file, the namespace. Well, I will do Pierre Henry. Yes. And Pierre Henry, and then it will be okay, podcast. And composer in it, that's to initiate the composer, the composer.json. The name, it will be ph-7, and then the name of the project, so podcast generator. Yes. The description, well, simple, very simple way to host your podcast files and generate the RSS podcast feed. Awesome. Skip it. Yes, enter. That looks, I will try actually project, that's a type. And maybe not that one to be a dev. So that one, dev dependency, let's do yes, PHP init. Oh, okay, so it's yes, so yes. And now, okay, there's an error, as you can see, and here I will try to do it again. It didn't work actually because I don't have the file generated. I will initiate the git, as you can see I did, and now I will do git init. Okay, and so composer init, and here we are going again to do it, don't worry. And here it will be ph7 again, and then the name of the project. Perfect. Description I will copy paste. Okay, beautiful. And here enter project MIT. Yes. And here it will be, that's good actually, src. Yes. Okay, awesome. So that's done, and we have the composer.json file. Beautiful. Nice. Pierre Henry, because we have to update it. for the autoload path. Okay, yes, that's, and I just update that. So I will add also the git attributes file to the project, and I will just drag and drop it. Yes, and yeah, perfect. And I have to remove, so I have to get rid of some unused files. So that one is not needed. Contributing. Okay, let's get rid of this. I can remove that one too. Piston, no, I don't need. And Travis, no. This one is dist, as you can see. And then I will do that. Okay, nice. So now we are going to one composer. So composer require, actually I will show you what package we'll install. I just discovered a really nice package. I will show you to you here. So it's Lucas while PHP feed writer, something like that. Let's see, yeah, see that one, and that one looks quite good because we can generate iTunes and different other podcast RSS feed. Wow, RSS, it's hard to say, RSS feed. Okay, finally, here we go, and it's quite nice. So title, you see description, link, the publication date, and obviously the unique ID. Yes, and you see a term, that's iTunes, and we can also set a TTL when it expires. I mean, for how long we set the TTL, last build date. So it's quite nice. So, oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired apparently. So we are going to use that one. So how to use that one? Well, we are going to use Composer. So what do you have? Okay, we have to install this. Composer require Locus White PHP feed writer. Let's do this. And let's install that one. Let's just wait that we can, oops, this is an error actually, set package spelling, oops, that's a bit weird. Let's check actually, maybe there's a typo. Let's check on packagist, why that one packagist, why that one is not available. That's a bit funny. PHP feed writer. Yes, it's that one. So it should be this one, composer create. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think there was a typo with the other one actually. PHP feed writer require, composer require. What was the typo? That will be interesting because when you see this kind of error, we can easily let them lock as white. We can, you know, we can let the author knows that actually there is a typo. Lock as white. I don't see lock as white. Yeah, and PHP feed writer, I don't really see what was wrong with it. Composer require, composer create project. Oh, it's a library. Oh no, it's not a, it's a project. Why do they say create project? it's a library actually. I think there's an issue with his composer file. Let's see how many installs do we have. Yes, it's still quite a lot, but why is a project and not a library? Um, that's a bit weird. He says projects. I will just ask. iTunes could be found there on the let's just create a new issue. I don't know what's wrong with the package, but to me that was the issue. It's because of this. To me it should be actually a library and not a project. I will let's keep updated. I will keep you in touch of the response. Why PHP feed writer is project hello Lucas. I believe the library should be I believe type in your composer.json file and let's just do this and not a type because of this. Type because of this one. Type, sorry, I don't speak a lot because when I write it's hard to do two things at the same time. Cannot find Latin version for I get the following error on Composer v2. So yeah, I have Composer v2. Maybe that's a problem. Composer, let's see my version. And yes, on Composer v2. Since it is not a library, finally on packages.org. So do you remember on packages, if we do this, let's take a screenshot so we can just display this. Beautiful. Let's wait, the file is loading. And it shows, and let's do this as you mentioned. As you mentioned, yeah, as you mentioned, this error, that one. In your beautiful. So let's because normally for normal library, like I will check mine for instance random passcode, and I believe in my case it's composer require here, because the type, it's actually a yes, library. And let's continue here. As soon as you change from okay, sorry for the time, but it's nice actually when you see an error. It's always a good practice to raise an issue on GitHub, so you help the author as well. From T composer.org package. Oops. Will on your library packages page. Perfect. So what was his library? Yeah, it was that one. On your packages. Beautiful. No. And yes, let's just move that one here, down here. Beautiful. I hope he will reply to me quite soon, because yeah, it's never pleasant to have those kind of issues. I will actually open a PR also for that one, because let's see for how long he initial commit. Wow, there are not a lot of commits. Let's see if on the initial commit it was already like this, and I'm afraid it was composer.json. Maybe I shouldn't use that one. Yes, it was. So okay, I thought it was a good library. Otherwise, for now, we might just not using that library, and we might use another library instead. Yes, I will just create a PR again. At least you see how I create a PR, a pull request. So this will actually go to my GitHub will fork it automatically to my account, and then I will be able to raise a pull request, because I don't have the permission on this repo. So we can just do like 5, which is the issue I just created, I just raised. Fix incorrect composer type, and here we just do like project, and we do like library, because it has to be a library. Beautiful. And then by the way, and yeah, and then we can do info on. Awesome. Let's see. This is exactly what I wanted to do, because like I showed you, it's exactly the same. This has to be a library. It has to be exactly like this. So now let's just create. You see here I'm on. I was on my here. I was on. Normally it should be. Yes. So normally create a pull request. Okay, beautiful. And if I go back to my account, you will see GitHub automatically fork that library normally in my repositories. You see there. And it's actually, if you go here, that's the one. So that's really good. So yes, I will actually mention as well here. For your information, I created a PR to do so. Awesome. And we can even tag the author, and his name is, well, it's easy, yeah, Lucas White. Beautiful. Okay, so now in the meantime we are going, because that one is a project, it's different, we can still use it or not, because a project is not the same, it will generate, you see, that's a problem. I don't want to have that library there. I want it to, well, for the moment, I'm not going to use that one then. And I'm going to remove it, PHP feed writer, and I will just use a homemade way to generate easily a podcast feed with something else. I might actually look somewhere else actually on packages. Let's have a look. Podcast RSS. Let's have a look. RSS writer, simple yet powerful SST writer with SSH support like iTunes. Oh, that one won't be good. It's quite popular, but just 12 stars, so that's not a lot of stars. When was it updated? 2017. No, that's not good. It's a bit too old. That's for Laravel 5, so that's not good for us. This one, Silver Orange, it's not from Silver CMS. PHP, so that's okay. It's a standalone apparently. And you see here, I'm sure if we go to the composer.json, it will be, you see, library. That's correct. So here, and iTunes are support. Yes, so there is no usage how to use it. That's a bit annoying. Like, it's nice, but they don't mention at all how to use it. And there's no, oh sorry, there's no unit tests, and I don't like it because I think I've seen the no, it's not really. It's a long class. It's not what I'm looking for. RSS reader. There are not a lot, as you can see. Okay, and a lot of them are not maintained anymore. So what can I do then? If I do this for iTunes podcast feed, well, tiny alert is tiny, that's good. There's no license, okay, that's already a bit annoying. 2018 is a bit old too. Is there any, yeah, it looks like we have a few unit tests. By the way, we should actually, because sometimes there are files, but those files are empty, and sometimes there are no tests. Yeah, tests are quite small, but it's better than nothing, of course. Let's see what we got. Feed generator, do we have any docs? Like, how can I use that one? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. So if I want to generate iTunes, okay, we might use that one then, why not? So description, item, yes. Let's see. I'm not sure we are going to use that one. I will wait for an answer from Lucas White for his script. I hope so. I will get an answer soon. So I will check here if I receive an answer, and I will let you know. Now, in the meantime, we can just use like simple XML or something native from PHP. So now I'm just looking the way how we are going to design this. So I will maybe have a public function, and the name will probably be collect mp3 mp3 files. I tried to get some inspiration, but yeah, let's do that for now. I'm not sure, yeah, because the path, because somewhere maybe in we create actually another folders, and that will be like, I mean the audios, so it will be like audios, audio, I mean audio files actually. Maybe to make it explicit, I will just rename it to audio files, and so in an audio file we'll have mp3 and like txt files. So for instance, I will just show it to you. We'll have sample.mp3, that will be one file, and do we have mp3 here? No, we don't. So yes, so we have like mp3, and then we'll have another one which will be sample.meta.txt, and so here it will be like I will just rename it to my awesome interview with Peter. Okay, that's one. And here, oops, someone is talking. Anyway, my awesome interview with Peter went very well. Let's listen it. And that's actually the meta. Actually, it will be like a description of the podcast. Or maybe, wait, what we do in the meta, description, and the title, or maybe name, to be name of the podcast. The name will be actually this one. So we can just actually, well, what we can just actually drop it, and that will be it. And we can just rename this one, rename that one. I mean, remove the dash, beautiful. Okay, that's done. So it will be more or less like this. So here we have the path, and then we will have, I'm not too sure how we will retrieve it. There are a lot of different ways we can do. I'm still not sure. I was thinking about using globe. I don't know if you know that one. So what, like, let's do it. I'm not even sure here if we'll have a parameter or not. So it will be like files equals globe, oops, and here's the path actually. So we have dear name, dear, beautiful, and see here it will be 2 because we are here, so 1 2, and then it will be, after we can change it, we probably change actually audio, we create like constants. It will be nicer to do that, and then we do mp3. I mean, depends on the extension actually. but for us it will be mp3 here. But now probably for you it will be different. Maybe, I mean, usually it's mp3, but sometimes it's different extensions. So that's why maybe globe is not the best one. I wonder if I can do I'm not sure if it rejects integer pattern. So the pattern can use string the pattern not and sorry, that's a video of what I'm doing. So I'm not sure we are going that way. So maybe it will then be something like for each, like this one. Maybe I will do here. Fast. I mean, that's for the moment. It's recursive. For the moment, obviously, I'm not sure. Iterator. Let's see. And here, recursive directory. Okay, it's here. And here we'll have just, so here we have a string, and it will be the path. So the path, actually the path will be in a constructor. So construct, so path, beautiful, and so we can add it here. So private string path, perfect. So here to be equals path, awesome. And so we can get rid of this. Nice. Oops, sorry. Beautiful. And so here it will be this path. Nice. Oh, why do we have 3, 1? Oh, we have one extra path in this. Perfect. And here to be like first as name, and then here to be let's see what we'll do here, because not really sure. That's the name, that's the value, but we see what exactly we do. So here we do something like path info, so the name of the path info, and the path info is really nice because we have a constant which is path info, and then we have extension, and so we can just do like is not, and that will be mp3. Obviously we will change it after because now it sounds really nice, clean to do that way. So obviously we want mp3 and m4a as well. So if or now we do this one this way, m4a, but you see that doesn't scale because we hardcode the extension, the audio extension is hard-coded, so that's not a good practice to do that. And then what can we do? Relative path, probably sub. We'll actually rename a name to. We'll have to check if it's really an mp3 or not. No. Let me see. I'm not too sure actually. So the path. it's actually this, and we'll add I'm not too sure how we do the relative path. Let's see. So yes, here let's do some refactoring. Probably let's add title in the first array. Yes, so let's see. Because I think I will refactor that one to another function. Relative path, yeah, that sounds better actually. So let's create a private function to get the relative path. Yes, perfect, and it will return a string. Okay, and then I will return that one. Return substring. Let me see. Composer. Let's check for the PHP version. Let's mention it because I didn't mention actually the PHP version, the minimum one, and it has to be PHP 7.4.2. Yeah, higher or equals to 7.2.0. Perfect. And it will return, yeah. Oh, yeah, now I have to change the version on PHP Storm to switch to 7.2. The name, yes, I forgot that argument. And then, oh, yes, so it's not used yet, so I will just call that new function, the path relative path. Oh, sorry, the get relative path. This get relative path. And then the name I have to mention in there. Yes. Get relative path. Beautiful. So now get email, get from path. That sounds a better name actually. Name. Yes, so I send to the name variable and then return and string replace name. Perfect. Nice. So MP3 and MP4, that's fine. And then to replace to nothing because that's to get the name. So I want to get rid of the extensions. And then the path. And that's actually yes. Pass the variable, the extension, so that will be the name probably. And then the URL. And from the get name from path. And here actually we create a new function, a new method, and the name. So I will keep the get name from path and then get relative path instead. And I will just return right away, and then I will reuse in get name from path the get relative path instead. So it's nice actually just to have one function for one purpose and not having one function that does more than one thing. That's really important. Yes. So base URL here I have to change because I need to add it as a property in the class. Perfect. Base URL. And that will be the base URL. Private string for the property. Oh, it's abstract. Base URL we replace after. So this base URL. And yeah, that was abstract, so I changed to string. Beautiful. And then here I do get relative path with the name. Awesome. And then I need a semicolon, of course. Perfect. And then I will return the files. Beautiful. And here it has to collect mp3 files, has to the return tab is array. Nice. And here is string, and base URL is also a string. Beautiful. And here I will switch. Yeah, so it will PHP someone complain anymore for the property type properties. And in here I will update actually to PHP 7.4. Nice. And beautiful. So then I will do a public function, generate RSS feed, and there it will be void. That will be the return yes, and RSS, and then it will be append. So that's a lot of things going on, I know. Append child, and then here I will change in the feed class. Here for the namespace I will remove the one exception, and then here I will make it bigger. So feed of the class, yes, that's the title, and then the link. So the link will be just localhost for now. That will be fine. And then files, I will probably change it. Feed will probably be feed, and then generate. That will be also okay. And then files, actually do I need it? No, I don't, because this is code in the other method, so I can get rid of that one of files argument, and so it will be just the name and the link in feed constructor. And then in generate it will be let me see, that's a header. I will just probably I will see if I can move that one in the feed class. It will make more sense probably. And then echo generate, if I do that, and then it will be public set header will also probably be feed set headers, and then to probably be DOM element. Oh yeah, I have the alias, so we replace that one as well. and there it will probably be DOM element. Let me see, DOM element. Yes, and I will also, because I will import the feed, it was imported. Okay, nice. And then the namespace, I will add the street types, and so here as well I will set up the configuration of the server. So we do PHP built-in server, and I will mention the name of the server, and here it will be 2021. That's necessary as well, and then I will fix that one. PHP 8.1, yeah, the same for the interpreter. I will select OK, apply OK, and then apply OK as well. Beautiful. Then I will run the server, and access denied, probably is because it's still, oh yeah, the port is 80, it has to be 2021. My bad, sorry about that. And so localhost, yeah, that's fine. Apply, OK, I will try to run it. Yeah, that sounds okay. Let's click on it. Let's see. Oh, I think it's because of the path. It's probably not the right one. So let's go to let's see where I want to go. Yeah, podcast generator. It's probably about the web. Let's move it to index. We'll do some refactor in here, and we'll move the index.php in web. Yes, because we didn't have an index.php before, so that's why the server couldn't find any index.php, but the index.php will be in a public folder, which will be index.php in a web folder. Beautiful. It will be vendor, so require dir, and then vendor. Perfect. Dir name. Nice. Beautiful. And one, because we want to go to the parent folder directory to get the vendor folder, and then the autoload. Autoload, it will allow us to autoload any classes. It will be really handy. And then generate, and here in Composer we'll change the path of the namespace, so it's podcast generator. So let's copy that one. Let's make sure that it's correct. Also in the index.php we have to double check, and it will be podcast, and then new generator, and then it will be generator as well. There for the folder, and then here it's files. That's correct. The path or recursive, yeah, we have to change the path. So dir, yes. So collect auto files, and audio, yeah, because I'm checking for the folder. So let's making sure that is correct, and then let's do audio files. Beautiful. And then we'll have yeah, here you see the folder. I will have different podcasts, and I will add here I will add the namespace, and then it will be the name, and then because in the index, so here I will just change the podcast generator, because as you can see the variable is not correct, and it will be collect audio files. I'll have to change it to probably feed, that's not right, so it will probably in index it will be as you can see generate, so set header will move that one that bit, so we'll move it, and it will be, I will create a new function, a new method, and the name will be output, let's just name output feed, and in the body let's paste again the same code, feed, set headers, and generator with the files. Let's create maybe let's also create probably a feed. Let's create a different new file. Let's see where, because of the files, let's make a quick refactoring actually. When we get the files there, recursive iterator, this one, and then after when we get the, okay, so we create actually a new property, a class property, which will be a string, and here it will be podcast files. Let's do that one. It will be an array actually, because it will be like array type, and then let's initiate it as an array, and then we just do this, and then podcast files here. Okay, beautiful. And below I will also do this, podcast files, beautiful, and after that I will probably create something else. I will move that one actually to a different folder. So let's create a new folder, and let's create feed, and then let's move it into feed folder, and the namespace, let's update where I am, say XML, RSS, that's fine. So here the namespace, I add feed, and then feed backslash generator, and here to be podcast generator, sorry, the variable wasn't right, and then output feed, nice, and here let's see, audio files, so audio files, let's go there. This is my file, that's a sample one. I have to rename actually that one probably. to have the same name in sample. So we just copy paste. Awesome. Let's save that one, and then let's go back to Safari. I actually have to update the server because to be in the web folder. As you can see, we moved index.php in the web folder. So let's change the root. So here to be, let's have it should probably be a web. So let's open the folder, apply, OK, and now if I restart the server, it will call the index.php inside. Let's do it. Oh, I have an error. As you can see, generator not found. It's because probably Composer is not updated for the auto load. Let's go, yes, here you see with the namespace, the new different of namespace. Let's go to composer.json, and you see the namespace have to update the PSR for autoload. So let's do composer. What's the name of the command? Dump autoload, something like that. Oh yeah, nice. So that did work, you see, and now I have an exception because the path couldn't be opened. No such file or directory. Oh yes, so the path is not right because we probably move audio files into the web folder because it's public. Okay, so now let's refresh. Yes, so it's already a better error. Alert error user DOM exception. We have to update that one. Oops. Here, and probably I will probably go to feed, XML RSS feed, and yeah, line 32. Let's see line 32. Yes. Let's see what's the error. Open chat. Oh, yes. So actually, no. Okay, so I think I see we have two different. So it's the same. XML. So. Oh yeah. First, the file size has to be a string. Yes, so I will have to change that one first because the argument has to be a string. And then here you can see I have had twice title for the DOM text. So yeah, I duplicated once, which is the same. So I have to get rid of that one for sure already. Yes, and then channel element, that one, I don't use that one channel element. You see this and the actually that's also one of the error, so I have to use this. So let's use that one, and then generate yeah, I have to change also that one. Perfect, generate, yeah. Beautiful. So save XML. I will return it. I will first move it. Echo. Let's move it here. Echo, and then I will. Actually, I think I will return it. Feed. Let's do, yeah, save XML. Oops. Wait, I will just change a little bit the way it does work. Okay. Nice. So save XML. And there. Let's make it bigger as a terminal. And here let's do git add. Let's commit already what we have. That's important. Yes, I can commit that. That one, well, okay, that's a bug. Let's do that one. Let's do git status. I still have the feed generator. Let's commit, but yeah, that's a different one. So let's do git reset just to have the bug fix feed. No, just that one. Yeah, that's a bug fix. We'll first commit that one. So git commit, and then the message will be, well, to be like a bug, yes, and fix the issues incorrect. You can see the incorrect where we do this with the DOM exception. So let's do fix maybe issues, DOM exception, DOM element. Okay, nice. Yes, and DOM element issues. Perfect. I just get rid of, yes, this fixed DOM element issues. Git p. Okay. Git add. I will add everything else now, and I will do just refactoring. This is a message plus adding, well, refactoring and add web public folder, index, yeah, index folder, index file. Okay, that sounds good. Feed file. And yeah, let's do git status. Okay, I don't have anything else. Awesome. So now I can just have this output, save XML. I will return that one, the save XML function. Echo, I will echo the output feed because now I'll return the save XML function. It will return a string and false, a boolean. Nice. So yeah, string and false. Awesome. And then let's change the version of PHP. Beautiful. And here it will be just let's see, collect. I will import this recursive. I will import the namespace, so we won't have backslash. Import it and import them. You see now they are on the top. Beautiful. And here also we change the name of the key. So files as file as an alias. I mean, when you do for each loop and then we rename everything to file, name to file. Awesome. Yeah, that looks nice. And we'll probably change. We are probably going to create a new file class. Maybe, yeah, maybe it won't be a folder actually. Oh, yeah, let's just create a a class called file. I believe that would be a good option. It would be file.php. Yes, probably a good idea to do that. Okay. So now final class file, public static function, get extension, and here to be path name, I just paste that, return file to be file and to be string for the type, string file return, and I will do str to lower to lower the case, you see, because it can have actually a uppercase extension, could be like mp3 uppercase, so that's why I have to use str lower. You see what happened if I do mp3 uppercase as an extension, so that's why I will use a string to lower, str to lower. Okay, and then I will use string type in the file. Because of the type decorations I added in the file class, it will return a string, yes. And so I'm going to, I will make file in the podcast root. Yes, I will change the namespace to podcast without file. Perfect. And here it will be file get extension. Yes, and I will import the file. Yes, and then file, so get extension with the file argument. I do the same there. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. You see, yeah, it's the same spelling. Okay. Yeah, that looks good to me. Nice. And here, street decoration as well. Street types. Nice. And here, XML, feed, class. Yeah, I have also the street types. And I can remove package.json here, just a mistake. And in file, I can, yeah, we check the extension. Good. And continue. And here to be public constant mp3, that will be the constant extension. We'll actually store the file extensions into a constant, into two constants, so for the mp3 extension and for the mp4 extensions as well. mp4, beautiful, and public constant, and here we just change mp4 to mp to the file extension mp4, so yes, that one, and the other one it will be file colon and it will be mp3 extension. So here we actually it's still not working, so let's clean up first what we do with the files, because there are some improvements we have to do. And first I will actually change I will actually do recursive directory. Let's make sure that it's the same name and apparently not. I did recursive, beautiful, and now it should be the same name, beautiful. And we will just do this. Awesome recursive directory iterator, and here we are going to use that one inside. Awesome, and then the file, actually let's do file because we need the key, so file, and then we can do key or value. Let's do that for now, and here let's actually add the podcast files only if the extensions are valid inside. So let's do like this. Oops, sorry, I equals perfect. Now let's first have a look if this works. If we can, let's do an echo that one. I will remove that temporary. I will remove that one, and I will do a exit. Let's let's go back here. You see, I have MP3 now, so that works. And what I will have to do now would be, I can use a in array, so extension, so that one I will change to private now. Let's do some improvements, and then let's do a public constant it will be valid extensions with a S, and here we'll have just simply the MP3, and then we'll have the MP4 extension. Beautiful. And that one we are, obviously I need a semicolon. We need that, we can use that one here. So if this one in array, perfect. So first it will be the file. So if file extension can be found in all the extensions, so here it will be actually file. So that's a much nicer way to do, and it's a much nicer way to do with an in array function, and it does scale as well, because if we add more extensions, that way it scales. But if we do like what we did before with MP3 or MP4, each time we add new extension, we have to change our condition, and it will become bigger and bigger. So the if condition will become like so huge. So that's not a good way. When you code, you should always find a way that scales, because you always have to think in the future, in the long term, what happens if we add more extensions, what happens if we add more of something else. So especially when you do if condition, you should make sure that it scales. So here we can still check if it does work. So echo, and we do the name of the file. So we should have MP3 here, and then here I will do a exit. Let's check that one. You see it does work. Beautiful. So now I can create a method here, and it will be in the file function probably. So it will be like public static as well. Function is valid, is extension valid, is valid extension. Let's do that way. I think it's nicer. It's extension, yeah, correct spelling. Sometimes it's nice to double check if the spelling is correct. and here to be a string, obviously, for file, and it will return a boolean. Beautiful. So actually, yeah, this one could even become also private. It's up to you. Can be public too. It's not big deal because yeah, it's a constant anyway. It cannot be modified. Unused element. Oh yeah, unused indeed because I haven't used yet. So now let's do is extension valid. Actually, I will. Yeah, we know it's just a name. It really depends of what you prefer. I will go to that. Is valid. It depends of how you prefer to write it. In my case, I think that would be nicer at the end. Yes, and then this to file. I was just wondering why PHP. Oh, public pure can be added. Oh, with PHP 8 probably because the pure function you can add some annotation. Let's have a look. Pure PHP. That's why it's not because there was it's not because there was some spelling issues. There was no typo in the name. It's just because they were suggesting the pure attribute. What is add pure in expression? So the rule method has been fit. Better say side effect free result. Oh yeah, so it's a pure function. So we don't have any side effects. So if the function, that's good. So it means that the function doesn't change anything inside. So only does something which is owned by code pure function. And so you know that. Okay, I'm not sure if it's that important. So let's have a look here. Pure uses attribute. Let's check. This is attribute function that does not produce any side effects or side effects. That's good. Yeah, we can leave that one. Let's have a look now how it works so far. So now I should have one file. So let's check it. And I will just do an exit, otherwise I will have some output issue because I don't have any RSS reader on Safari. I will install a RSS reader on Safari, but at the moment I don't have any. So that's why Safari redirects me to feed, but feed protocol, but I don't have any RSS reader, so I will have to install one. So you see, it's in there. So that's really good news. It means it works. So now I will just go, oops, I did a typo, perfect. So what I will do now, I will uncomment this one. And I will just go to Firefox then, and let's have a look how it does work. Oh, that's not Firefox. So where is Firefox? Oh, perfect. I will open it. Obviously, if it's that one, I will open the file, and let's see. You see, it's in there. So beautiful. That's already a good step. Congratulations. Of course, I will also commit the changes I did and making sure that everything is fine. This is the changes I did here. Let's open it. Let's make it bigger. Yes, that's right. This is fine. So that's it actually. And obviously file, I didn't commit the file folder, so we also commit file folder. So fix issues while So we just yeah, what we did actually. What can we? I will again make it smaller. So the changes we did was mostly about the recursive iterator. So what I will do is like fix issues while iterating recursive, well, recursive directory then, because we have, but you know, like this is not big deal, and even the commit message is not the best because it's not really that clear. It's waiting, beautiful. So yes, let's commit that one. Sometimes it's nice to, oops. Sometimes it's nice to check what you commit. You can actually also use PHP Storm. PHP Storm has a really nice tool to check your commits. Oh yeah, I did commit also the difference of PHP version, and here that was previous commits we did. And then we also changed that one. That one had to be returned, save XML, and then you had file here. That was the new file.php class, and then the package.json here. It was just a mistake, and then we echo the output feed. Beautiful. So yeah, that's done, and we can just push it. And since I already created a repo, it will push to here to here. So if we go to GitHub, let's see, it should show up now. Simple podcast generator, it's here. Beautiful. So that's the last change we did. So here, by the way, I will, for the output feed, for the signature, I will just change to Boolean because it's better. And for the get name from path, actually, there was a mistake because I just, with str replace, string replace, that's actually what we want to search. This is to what we want to replace, and this is the subject to where. And the mistake was that we replaced this one to this one inside from nothing, from an empty string. So obviously it will always return an empty string. So you have to change this because we want to replace in the relative path and not from nothing. So we just have to change to this. And here probably what we do, we probably do like because again this doesn't scale, so I will probably I will see how I do it. I'm not too sure. In file I might use the extension here. I will probably change that one to public, so I can reuse this one, and I will just do file that one, valid extensions, but not too sure if I will do that way, or maybe I would just create a new function here, maybe public static http get extensions. This one is get extension with the file, but here to be just get get supported. I'm not too sure. Let's do extensions, and here to be to return an array, and what we do inside, or it has to be a function. Obviously if I forget the function keyword, it won't work well. So let's do return, here self that one, but I actually want the dot as well, because we want to get rid of the dot here, the full stop when I replace for the name. So what I will do here, I will just do explode. I will just explode the array, and it will be I might do something like this, and then to be and then to be again an array, but that will be the first. No, it won't work well that way, because sometimes, yeah, dot will be I'm not too sure how I will do it. Maybe actually I will just reuse. Let's get rid of that function. We don't need it. Let's just do supported extensions here. Let's rename that. This one, let's use public, and here it will be file supported extensions, and so we have this, and then what else? I meant normally with PHP I can now do this, and then here I will have a dot. Yes, we can use the split operator. As you, yes, so this is at split. I just destructure the array, and then I use the dot as well here. So now if for instance I do like if I just want to check the title, I will just do this just to debug, and let's see. You see that's the name of the title. So I might want to replace dash hyphen by an empty space. Let's do that as well. So here we can, because we can actually do this, actually dot will be empty space as well, and here we do like this one hyphen, and it will be empty space. So let's see. You see, oh, actually it has to be a space, because it's two extensions. So let's first do the supported extensions first, and then let's do what will happen after. So first we'll do like name equals, we'll do this, because otherwise if we add extensions this won't work. So we have to do first this, that will be the best, and then we have to replace to nothing in the name, and then I will again do name equals, I will replace again, but here to be dot. Actually here I can do dot as well, because I think I don't want a space, but I want to just get rid of any full stops. So I will just use this. But however, for the dash, let's do just like this, and then replace by a space like this, and then we can just return the name. Let's see if it works. Oops, there's a little issue because replace, I mean here it has to be name actually. So oops, sorry, that's my video. Oops, again, wow, yes, that works. You see, that's a result what we want. So name inside get motif path, get relative path file. Actually, get name from path. Yeah, that's okay. So let's actually do already name across this, and then here to be name. Okay, so name. Oh, obviously if I forget the $sign, that won't work. So name, yes, now it should be fine. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we saw it's the same. Beautiful. So we did that. So now we can just remove our debug piece of code. So here, path, obviously file. This one is still not, I believe it's still not. If we have a look here, it's still not really valid, I believe. Is it valid? The path? Oh no, it's because I do double slash. Why does it require internet? Let's try on Firefox. Maybe Safari. Maybe there's something weird with Safari. Let's try on Firefox. You see, there it goes. Oh, it does work. Nice. I like that. And then URL. That one I think is not valid. Let's have a look. Oh, already, as you can see, this I forgot the $sign. So now let's try again. So here, localhost, you see, I already forget a slash. So I need a slash from base URL because, yeah, you need a slash. Maybe relative actually. Wait, when do I use base URL? Yeah, that's okay. So now, oh, again, that's a video. You're not supposed to see this, anyways. So it will be like this with a slash. My awesome interview with Peter.mp3. Well, could be just actually. I have an idea. So URL has a path, and URL can be base name, audio. Oh yes, let's do audio files. Actually that one I will move it. Let's do like this. Oh yeah, no, because for the name get relative path. Yeah, let's keep it that way. So let's actually move that. Oops, here. So we do, well, we do like, let's see it. This one will be 0, and then we can have access to URL like that way. And let's have a look what's inside. Beautiful. So let's have a look and let's see what we get. Okay, so here let's see if it's valid or not. Yes, it is. Amazing. So well done. That's the URL, so that's the correct path. So let's already commit what we get here, what we have. So git add, we fix the URL. Amazing. We fix the get name from path, that's fixed too, and then return in array and supported because we also renamed the the constant here. So let's commit this, rename, let's rename, yeah, well, fixed few bug, fixed few issues with podcast name and URL. Beautiful. So we can just do git push. Oh yeah, I'm not connected to the internet, but that's okay. Now we can also generate our README file. So actually I wanted to show you, I have a really nice script, GitHub README generator CLI, and we are going to use that one. Woohoo. So how to use that one? Well, let's see, we'll just have to use generate. So I already cloned that repo on my terminal here, and let's do it. So if I do generate, I'll just open the window bigger. So generate project name. Well, our project name is actually the project name is, if we check in Composer, it's actually podcast generator, let's say. So we just do podcast. Oh, let's do it again. Podcast feed. Podcast podcast RSS feed generator. And obviously if I type twice on enter it won't work, so just do copy paste. Nice. Oh wow, what's happening? Normally the script should be good, but yes. Heading, well, I will just copy paste this one, and yes. Project description for now. Oh yeah, the heading is actually kind of the description. So a simple script that reads your a simple PHP script that reads your MP3 M4A audio files to generate elegant RSS feed to be then published to podcast platforms. Beautiful. And then requirement, well, PHP 8, let's say. Oh no, I think I pressed twice enter. This is quite annoying with this script. It's definitely not perfect. I have a lot of improvements. To do, such as to be able to, like, the script should also read in the composer.json file, because I shouldn't paste from there. The script should be smart enough to read from the composer.json file, but at the moment the script doesn't read that way, so I have just to do a lot of copy paste, and that's not always really good. So let's do it again. Here, yes. Simple. I will just copy this. Simple feed. Okay. I have to be careful not to press twice on enter. P. Here, yes. Requirement, like what we said, PHP 8 plus. Author is me. So I just write my name down. SORA. Beautiful. Email j7.me. Yes. My website to be https and to be pa7.me. Yes. And GitHub to be my username. Yes, that way. License it to be MIT. Are you happy? Yes, I am actually. So destination, okay. So I will just have to do code. I will just get that one. Beautiful. Let's copy paste that one. The readme, and I will just copy paste to well, to here, because I didn't have a readme, so that's a project. So we'll just add a readme now. .md. Beautiful. Paste. Oh, nice. And so can just even I can even can I do that? Elephant. I will actually add a normal emoji with comment control space. Normally with Mac we can use emoji, apparently not. Why I cannot use emoji? Oh, here I can. Elephant. Okay, nice. Just copy paste to here. Nice. And installation. Yes, actually there are some installation instruction I can give, like in web everything is in there. Oh yeah, so place your audio files, mp3, m4a in web audio files. Perfect. And also actually for if you remember here in feed generate, so actually index they have to change that one. So let's create a config file as well, because the URL will change actually. So let's just add a simple config.php, and it will just have one constant. It will be it will be just root URL, and here just a value, and the value is actually this. Beautiful. That will be the value here, as you can see, and I will actually just use that one like that. Beautiful. And here I will just require that one, and it will be here. I mean, I don't really need this, but I don't really need that constant, because obviously it's in there, but at least the path will be absolute and not relative with dir, because when you don't use dir, it's relative. If I just do like this, we call it a relative path that way, and if I do this, it will be a absolute path. So let's do that way. And so we can now mention here that will be number 1, and number 2 it will be update the config.php file with the URL of where it will be installed. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So let's commit this. Let's have a look first what we did. So we added this. That's correct. Oh, we can also do actually the same from we can do the same for the name of our podcast. Like here we have also the name of the podcast here, you see. First here I will use the same constant feed. Actually base URL. Oh yeah, here it should be actually base URL. I think it's better, yeah. Base URL, perfect. And here it should be name, podcast name, perfect. Podcast name, podcast, and in the config file, we can add a new constant, podcast name, and the name would just be what we had. Beautiful, like this, podcast. So yes, let's do that way, and that's it. So now we can just reuse this. I can actually use also, I will just, let's be consistent, only the constants, so that way. And in our readme, I can also change the instructions for update the config with the file, and here to be like change, so they have to change root URL. That will be the first one, so let's just actually move this one on the right to your URL. So here, file to URL, let's do it that way. So to URL of where our sum, and number 2, it will be this one, podcast name. So then change podcast name to the name of your podcast. Beautiful, that's already done. So now we can commit already what we have. Let's do that. Terminal, perfect. So we can add the config file in the git stage. So now we can already commit this, store podcast config values in config.php file. Beautiful. And then we can add the readme, and we'll do add readme with details about the project. Perfect. And then we also did some change here, so going to be make podcast name and URL dynamic changeable. Perfect, that's done. Beautiful. And now it can be a good practice to git push. It's always nice to back up what we did, because we never know, maybe when sometimes suddenly the next day our computer doesn't work anymore, or I don't know, maybe it might be stolen. So it's always a good idea to back up once you finish what you did for the day, just to back up what you did. So now we can refresh the page here, and in my case, case, so that's a project of what we already have. By the way, we can also add PHP 8 release. We can add the link on the readme. Yes, that will probably do that will be the link of it now. Let's use that link here in our readme. so it will be here. So we can use the markdown syntax that way. Perfect. And then here I will just do git commit, add PHP v8 link, and I can do like that. Perfect. And I can push again. Nice. Okay, so now I have just done some minor small changes. I just wanted to share with you again. So in the feed class, actually I noticed that it would have been better to have a description. The description tag was always empty, and it's quite nice to have a description there. So I added this new third parameter. So this third param in the constructor of the feed class, and so here we add the description in there. We can actually also add it here, so it won't be empty. And so doing that way, there are multiple ways to do that. So when we call generate from here, we can either have like here description, or maybe in files we should have description as well. So what we could have done is to do this and then to assign it from the file. And in the config.php, so I have added podcast description, and this is just the name of your description. So you know, here I just wrote your podcast description, and that's it. And so you can actually, from podcast files, if you have a look and if you remember, we can actually just do description here, and so it will be, for the moment, it will just be podcast description. Beautiful. And so we assign that one. Oh, I need a comma here, and then we here it will be in files. We will have the description from here, because it's actually the same key as here, as you can see. So this has been added. Now I also added a few tests here, some minor ones. Here it's just about the file test. So again, you can use data provider. So here in our case, we use Composer, PHP unit 9.5. I use a script composer to directly mention where is the binary file of PHP unit. Otherwise, you can just do vendor bin PHP unit, or if you have PHP unit globally installed, you can do PHP unit, and then maybe the name of your test. And I think with PHP Storm, with PHP unit, it's PHP unit filter something, and the name of the test. And for us, we just do in scripts, we just do we have a custom comment, and that's the binary. So we can just do composer run, and then to be test, and it runs the test. You can see amazing. So what else we have done? So that's just a simple test, and that's it pretty much. Also in the feed, there was a missing URL as well that I added. So now we can just have a look how it looks like. We can go to localhost 2021. So Firefox localhost 2021. Let's open that file. And now you can see here actually what we can do. So I will just move the indentation here. You have the description, which is a new one, because before it would have just been like this, a auto tag without any value. So now at least we added a value, we have the link, and the same for now we should have two. So here we have exactly the same two. For each podcast we'll have a description. Obviously by default is the same. So if you go to generator, by default it's a static one, but maybe in the future, since we have a .meta, normally, so if you go to web and all your files, and actually here you see we have the name and description. What I can do actually is just to do, oh yes, I have an idea. My awesome interview with Peter, let's rename it to dot meta, let's say .txt. Yeah, amazing. So that's actually the description, and so here we can in generator we can actually do a file get contents, and it will be the name of the file .meta.txt. So how to do that? Well, if you look here, get relevant path, that one, it's an interesting one, but for us, we just want get name from path. We would like here to place, it's hard to know, but basically we would like to create a new function, maybe private function get meta text file, and here to be file name, I would say probably, let's see, actually maybe just file, and it will be well, first we would have string as a name, and then it will be this one, and then we want to strip the extension, and then we can directly replace from here, and it will return a string, of course. So yes, that sounds a good one. Let's do that, and let's try it. So here we can just do base UI. So if you do base, you do pass, yes, so probably what we will do is like pass. I mean, it can be actually an URL too, but it's better to do a pass first here to not have any issues with SSL wrong certificates. So let's do just pass, and then from the pass we can just do the method we mentioned. So get meta text file, and that one actually will also return, it will replace this one by .meta.txt. Yes, normally this one should be good, but we still don't know exactly what will be the file here. So let's generate it here. Let's try to debug a little bit, and also let's try in feed. Let's just remove this for now. So let's refresh it. So yes, too few arguments, because I don't actually pass any arguments inside. So that's our issue for now. So how to do it? well, it has to be named. You see, like here, that's actually, oh, that's actually the file. Yeah, actually, the name is not right, and it's a bit confusing, so we just rename this and the same file, file, file. Perfect. Because here you see, like, oh, there is still name. Oh yeah, but that's normal actually. I mean, get from path file. Oh no, actually, it should be file as well. And file, and then yeah, that can be named actually. So yes, let's try to do this. So let's just do file. Actually, let's go here and let's do file. Bingo. So now, yeah, name is undefined 64, 64. Oh yes, of course. I didn't rename it. Nice. You see, so is it the right one or not? This one? Let's see. Podcast, web, audio, or audio file. Oh no, that's definitely not right. Because apparently, yes, apparently the UI doesn't sound right. So for us, it should be path. Obviously, we need also this one. Let's see here for the exit, and yes, we need file, and here the same. Let's try it again. So yes, as you can see, this doesn't work right. So let's see for the URL. I don't remember. Oh, it's first, wait. Let's do a chemical, and then here let's do like exit. Let's see. Oh yeah, that works already much better. So for now, let's remove this, and the description will be because the issue here was podcast narrator. Let's try to go here. .txt. Oops. Obviously, I need double slash to go to files. Apparently, audio files. Oh yes, it has. It has already this. Path. I think we don't need this because the path. Let's see what's calling path here. Audio files already. This is why. So this is why we don't need to have audio files, because it's already present. I mean, it's already in there. So what we need, actually, we will rename this to audio file path. Audio something like that. Audio file. Let's do that one. Let's replace this. So we'll just replace path to audio files path, just because otherwise it's a bit confusing, I think, and it should be easier because path doesn't mean anything actually, which is not right. So let's try it again. So now audio files. Oh, I think it's because I don't have a slash. So let's do docu. Let's use the constant here. Separator. Yeah, we have directory separator. That's a constant from PHP. Yes. It is will check automatically. Normally it's a slash, but it depends. So here, why it's not working? Let's see that one. So that one is working beautiful. So I will only use it if it's if the file exists. I mean the path. And if not, well, if not, it's just the default description. Remember is that one podcast description in the config file. So let's just do this, and this should be already better. Let's refresh. Yes, that looks much better. So now we can just do a get description, get podcast description, and that will be this file. Yeah, let's create a new method, get audio, and here we pass file. So here I will just create a private function here, private function get audio, get audio description. It will be a string. The parameter will be a file, and this will be what we have inside. So we can just do return return. If this one, we return this. Otherwise we do like this. Beautiful. And to return always a string. So get audio description. Why this one? Oh no, I thought there was an issue. That sounds good. So let's see now. Podcast name. My awesome interview with Peter. Description, your podcast description. Let's go back again to here. My awesome interview. So that's the description. So let's see if it's somewhere here. No, it's not, because the file apparently can't find the file here. Is file apparently doesn't check. I mean, it's not working properly still. So let's have a look here. It's because I have plenty of txt. I have too many. There are too many files. Because it's by extension. This one. So I think I can get rid of this. Actually, let's see. Because otherwise we always have the same yes. So that one is already better. So and then we can just do .meta.txt. Let's see what it gives now. So here this one should be found. Yeah, it is. So now let's see if we have the same description for our podcast. Here we do. So this works actually. So here we just add in podcast file. Yeah, let's generate Let's do a private constant because I was thinking about creating a new file instead, but I'm not too sure. So for now, let's keep it simple. So it will be, txt file x, and it will be maybe meta file extension, and so it will be that one here. Perfect. That will sound much better. So you see now I can just remove the echo. We add it. Let's see with Git if you have any issues now, and otherwise let's commit it. So first I will do git status. Yes, so what's modified? This one is normal. Pass is because I renamed it because it wasn't really readable, so that's fine. Here we had some issues to get the meta text. Here we have a description now and a personalized, now a custom one, sorry, from the txt file, the meta txt file, which is actually this one, and so oops, sorry. Wow, so many different so many different tabs. So I'll just go back. Now sometimes PHP Storm, I don't know what's happening with my PHP Storm. So I think it's a window doesn't like. Oh, okay, that's annoying. I will just create a terminal, and in the meantime I will just relaunch. So I will go back to the podcast, and let's continue here. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know what happened, so let's do it in our terminal instead. So description, now we take the custom description from the txt file. Here, that one I won't commit it. It was just to test, so that's why we didn't want to have the application RSS XML header, but we will put it back. And here, that's the description, only the description now. We won't have the name. It will be too complicated to just to take the name from the txt file. Here, that's the generic description, and that's it. So give a better way to give description to your perfect. And so now let's reopen PHP Storm. Let's wait for that. Beautiful. And there, what we'll do now is just to update the README. It's nice always to keep your README up to date, to mention what how the users who found your project, how they can use your project. So first of all, we can uncomment that one. We can do a last test just to make sure, it's always nice. So here I just, I need to restart the server, of course. Let's do that. And then we will already update the README. Let's try here. So open, so let's see if it works. Yeah, it works, amazing. So really congratulations, because I know it's not an easy course. It's a bit complex and it's quite long. So to generic, and then we'll also do add txt file with the name of your audio file with the same name than as your audio file, but with .meta.txt as extension without the MP3 or A4 audio extension. Inside, add a description of your audio podcast. Beautiful. This is just a basic, a basic update for the README. It's probably not the best, but it does the job. So now I can just do update this, or no, the indentation is not right, so let's ignore it. And now I can just do like README update the way you can add description to your podcast file. Beautiful. Congratulations, this course it's over now, and it was just an amazing journey, and see you really soon for a other course. Goodbye.